Yeah, I mean, we are very, very excited for this semi-final match. Huge compliment to Jordan to play this semi-final with us. We're coming out of the same group. Shows that we had a very strong group. And I think Coach Hussein is doing a fantastic job with his team. But obviously we are now so far, we want to go further. We are hungry. We are hungry. We are fit. We are looking forward to that match. It will be very difficult again. But we want to be here all the way to the final. And that's why, the mood is very, very positive. Spirit is very high. But we expect a very difficult game. I mean, I believe that life is about, what is next. It's never about the past. I'm not thinking in the past. I'm not living in the past. I'm very, very proud and privileged to coach this very special team in an Asian Cup, which is my first Asian Cup experience, which is a fantastic experience. I want to do well for Korea. I want to do well for this team, give them everything on knowledge and an experience that I have. And we want to do well in this tournament. We are going from game to game with a lot of emotions connected, and we believe that we can make it. But we know that it's going to be another nail-biter with Jordan tomorrow night. Very good team, but we are ready for it. Me personally, I enjoy every second of this tournament. It's a fantastic experience. To stay relaxed, and to look forward to it, and to eliminate all the things that are not important right now. For example, what the media say, or whatever kind of can take your thoughts away from what you want to achieve. I think this group of players, they are experienced, they are so motivated, they are so positive that they just want to go all the way to the final and prove their own point. They know what to do. It's wonderful to see for me as experience. Most of them bring the families, the little kids running around, and we went out for dinner together, and that's what really matters, that they feel comfortable in their own skin, and then go into the game tomorrow against a very strong Jordan team with confidence, which we have. And again, as I always said in these conferences, with the willingness to suffer, to go to the end. If it's needed 120 minutes, if it's needed penalty shootout, we are prepared for that. So I think, it should be fine.
Hello, Coach. I'm Ariyafar from Iran. If South Korea qualified to final in this tournament, which team would you prefer to compete with, Iran or Qatar? Thank you.
We are not allowed to think about the final yet. We have a lot of work to get done first. Yeah. Respond real quick to him. Okay. I think there's, in a tournament, speaking a little bit out of experience, the expectations, or you call it pressure, or you call it whatever you want to. In the beginning of a tournament, are always difficult to grab. For every nation. For every nation that goes into a tournament, they need to kind of find a way to get into the tournament. During the tournament in itself, obviously based on the results and based on how things are going, you build more and more confidence. Obviously, when you end up then in the Final Four, like now you have the experience, okay, how the last couple of weeks went and how confident now you became. At the same time, in your home country, there's a hype that will be created throughout those stages in a tournament. If you look back at Argentina, how they started the World Cup with the loss against Saudi Arabia, how nervous they were in the next game against Mexico. Because of that pressure that you mentioned, they kind of feared, oh my gosh, if we don't beat Mexico now, we might not go any further than they won the World Cup. So it's a process. It's a process of dealing with. But I always believe that once you get on a roll into a tournament, once you get your first couple of games out of the way, you build more and more confidence. Now the confidence is there because we went through very difficult games with drama kind of moments. And now the country also jumps now behind you and says, oh, actually we can do that. And then it turns into something, I think, very positive, because now you're proud where you are already and you want to do now so badly well for your own country, whichever that one is. And so it goes through phases, and it's very, very psychological. It's a mental thing, and that's why I always said a tournament is, first and foremost, it's mental. So you got to build that confidence. You got to be prepared for a marathon. Now we go towards the end of that marathon, and hopefully we can win it all. That's our goal. Obviously, the best material we can use is our group stage game with Jordan, that they played very, very well. You know, they scored 2 goals against us, so we need to avoid, obviously, Jordan to score again. And they're very special players, as you say. You know, they're very special individual players that we are aware of that can hurt you in a split second. So we have to be on top of our game to avoid any goals, and then play also our game to our strengths going forward, and hopefully score at least 1 more goal than Jordan does.